Come on, Gigi, we're so close.
This is horrible.
This is miserable. I'm not looking forward to this. Today, we're doing the Slough Arm.
So this morning, I've got COVID.
And I am in pain with my back.
And it's pouring it down. So naturally we're going to do what is infamously one of the worst stretches to do on a narrowboat.
We've been researching and we've watched a couple of YouTube videos.
Just enormous amounts of garbage bags and trash, and
it's disgusting.
And I think I've just got something stuck in my prop.
Start the engine again, it gets completely covered in weeds straight away. So I am moving at like quarter of a mile an hour.
Let's just say it doesn't paint it in the best light, so we're a little bit nervous.
But as we're trying to do the whole network, it needs checking off. And there's no locks, no swing bridges, no need to get off the boat. So we should be able to do it despite our various ailments.
Wish us luck. So the Slough Arm isn't very often used because there's not much down there. It's on the Silver Propeller challenge, and one of the main issues is like weed and litter build up because there's not many boats going through. So that's what we've heard, but we like to do things ourselves just to A, check it off, and B, make our own judgment. So let's see how bad it really is.
Storm Babbitt has been wreaking havoc across the country recently. So far we've actually been quite lucky, and the worst we've gotten is a bit of showers.
It's been quite mild in terms of flooding around London, but we've seen so many other places are flooded, so we're quite lucky with that. We're hoping that the raised water levels aid us in avoiding all of the debris that's on the bottom of the Slough Arm, which is kind of why we're doing it in the pouring rain.
This is officially Bridge 1, the Slough Arm, which is weird because I thought we'd already been under several of them.
So far so good though, seems okay.
According to Narrowboat Will, Bridge 9 is when it starts to turn, so until then we should be okay. I think one of, 3 aqueducts. Quite little ones. Here's one type of weed that is starting to increase in quantity. I think it's quite on the surface, but it looks like it would definitely wrap around the propeller. There's a tree down as well. So far though, GG's going okay. We've got a good amount of speed.
The good thing is that there's not many moored boats down here, because another issue is there's quite a lot of motorbikes that go up and down. I think because it's not very used, it's a good stretch for them to cut, which means I think not a lot of people moor on here either. So you can get some speed going, which is good.
Another little aqueduct. Ooh. Quite choppy down there, whatever that is.
Oh, that's the bywash from the canal.
Is it? I see. Bywash is making weird, angry noises. The overgrown bits of trees, I think, make it a little bit tight in some areas. We think the M25 looks busy as always. So far there's not a huge amount to see really, just sort of quite industrial, a lot of bridges and weeds.
The rain is definitely making it more miserable.
Yes, the rain's not ideal. Miles to the basin, Amy.
That means we've done 1 mile already.
Yeah, we're 20% of the way.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh yes.
Not great, is it?
It's an entire scooter just in the water.
Someone's obviously come down those stairs from the M25 and just chucked it for whatever reason. Every so often we'll just put it in reverse and it just shakes off anything that could be caught.
Will hopefully save us from having to go down in the weed hatch.
him out in the rain. Don't blame us, because he won't go inside. This stretch is very pretty. Definitely overgrown and narrow in places. Another reason that we're doing it today is because we've been moored outside the entrance to the arm for 2 weeks, and we stayed in a spot for 2 weeks and relaxed a little bit. I was able to go and visit family, and we had a spa day and it was lovely.
Meanwhile, I was back at the boat emptying the toilets and working.
So we're doing the Slough Arm, and then after this we're making progress up the Grand Union. I think this is called Pennywort. So far so good. It's quite a pleasant cruise, and we haven't had any issues with litter or anything. Oh dear. Oh! Don't hit the bridge. Nice.
I really don't want to lose the chimney. 5 more bridges until the dreaded bridge number 9. Dare I say that this bit's actually quite nice. It's quite wide, it's quite open. There's like a proper bank. Big patch of weed. There's a tyre and then some sort of black bag in the water over there. A helmet.
Where are we now?
I think a place called Langley.
Just past bridge 6.
3 miles to go that way.
3 miles to go. Nice to see loads of moored boats. It's my boat. How are you feeling?
Not great. I mean, pleasantly surprised so far in terms of the actual Slough Arm, but I've been in bed for 3 days straight, pretty much without doing anything, but we needed to move the boat, and we kind of want to get this done, and there's no locks, so...
Luckily I haven't had any symptoms, but I'm hoping that he doesn't pass it on to me. I've been using loads of first defence.
And we've been keeping to ourselves as well.
Yeah. But it's hard to do that in a 50-foot space.
Looks like we are over halfway. And so far, having quite a nice time. It's just the ending third is drawing nearer. This boat coming up's got some pretty funky doors.
What? I don't know what you said.
Oh.
It's Lady Pettibone! Danny and Joe are currently on holiday, but we plan to meet them and finally get to say hello. Paintwork's looking good.
Yeah. They can come do ours next.
Yeah.
Could do with a touch up. So we're past the wharf now. It's a really nice stretch, and the boats have thinned out completely. So after the next winding hole, which is just before the dreaded Bridge 9, we think that's when it's going to get really weedy, because boats don't really go past there at all.
Most boats from that marina will come to the next winding hole, turn around and then go back, because obviously there's not anything at the basin, which is why after the basin it gets so bad. And it just goes to show how important it is that boats keep moving on the network.
So far, I don't want to jinx it, I feel like we've had less on the prop than we would on other bits of the GU.
I don't know, I won't go that far, but it's definitely less than I thought, and I do definitely think the whole arm gets a bad rap just for that end bit. Like, even if you come and you don't want to deal with maybe what we're about to deal with, then it's nice just to come up to the bit where the moored boats are, and it's quite quiet. Obviously we haven't moored here, so we don't know, but it seems fine.
2 miles to the basin.
There's definitely more rubbish around here.
Yes. bridge number 9.
So there's a winding hole just past here, and it's from that point that a lot of places, even the guides say it's not a very navigable section. So I feel like our positivity might dwindle a little bit. Let's see.
Here we go. This is the last winding hole. This is the point of no return. You sure you want to do it?
Yeah, we've got to, haven't we? Let's see how bad it really is.
Okay, here we go. This is potentially, we'll potentially regret not turning here. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh. So from here on out, we're just going to hit a brick wall of rubbish now. Bang.
That's it, we've made our decision. We're doing the last bit of the Slough Arm. We've got to get the Silver Propeller.
The water is immediately fizzy. Whoa, you can hear it bubbling.
And that's just because the sediment hasn't been disturbed for a long time.
Look how frothy it is.
Oh,
Does that sound more vibraty than normal?
I don't know.
I'm just paranoid now.
Oh God, there it is.
Oh, there's the infamous weed. It's just like a thick cloud.
So this weed is called blanket weed, I think, or it's what people call it. And that's the one that really gets stuck around your propeller, and it's thick. And we saw on Will's video that there's just so much of it.
We're going to try and keep a fairly steady pace, but bears are with us as well, and we're ahead of them, and we don't want to churn it all up for them either, so we don't want to try and go too fast either.
It's just crazy how the second you get past the winding hole, the water is bubbly. Like, they really do mean immediately after that winding hole is weedy.
The surroundings are still quite pleasant.
Yeah, there's houses that look really nice.
Yeah. I think it is just what's in the water is the problem. Where we are now, we've just got to get there, turn round and come back, and then we're fine. We definitely feel like we're going a bit slower, but we're still going all right. There's a lot of bags. There's a
The
lot
odd
of...
plastic bag that goes up, but I can't see anything on the propeller or feel anything yet.
We've seen a few sort of dead birds and things. I think what we'll probably find is we'll get to the end, and then on the way back it will be harder, because then both of our boats will have churned everything up, and then we'll be going back through all of that.
We're just doing our bit to keep this bit navigable.
You're welcome, CRT.
Making good progress, because we were fully expecting to just have to get off and just walk it with the ropes for the whole way, so any progress we make is better than that.
Okay, it looks quite wild here now. I thought this was a felled tree in the distance, but it isn't, it's just that. How's it feel? I saw something come off. Yeah, a bit of plastic came off. How's it feel?
Oh, yeah, a bit better.
You still got
Rufus, it's okay.
steering.
Oh my God.
Rufus doesn't like it with the reeds.
Rufus is okay.
Rufus, strap on, mate, because they're not going away.
Stop it. There's really no way I can avoid anything if there's something in the water, because there's reeds either side.
Look at this. It's a bit of a squeeze through here. Oh, big branch. Turn prop off.
Oh, good spot. Whew. Oh my God, it goes all the way across. How much more rubbish would this be if it was raining?
I mean, it's not ideal doing it when we're both poorly.
Still quite pleasant.
Yeah.
And we're going at a steady pace.
You get plenty of time to look at the scenery because of how slow you're going.
Yeah, we've definitely slowed down, and we've had to put it in reverse a little bit. Oh, 1 mile to the basin, I can see a sign.
That's going to take us longer to do that last 4 miles.
Yeah. We're definitely slowed down, but it seems alright so far.
Not pretty sure there's at least something around the propeller, but it's not too bad. The bears, their propeller is completely stopped. They've obviously picked something up, so they're having to go in the weed hatch. We're still crawling, but we're going to keep going because we feel like if there's a bit more distance between us, and hopefully what we're churning up won't slow them down again.
Oh, there's a duck. Come on, little propeller. I wish I could get a clip of weed under the water. It kind of looks like candy floss, but not very nice candy floss. Whole high-vis uniform there.
It is very easy to kind of just be watching the water, and you kind of have to because you are crawling through it. You don't want to run over anything too bad. But the actual bit that we're cruising through is perfectly pleasant, and it's quite nice to go through if we weren't just trudging through bags and blanket weed. DG's just trundling through. There are quite a lot of bags now. We're really getting close to the end. Oh.
We've got a convoy though, an escort team.
Got it. You're fine, you're fine. Onto the home straight now. Oh, we got a bag. That's a lot of weed as well, just trailing behind
That's
us.
just come off.
It's getting worse.
It's definitely getting worse now. We're going so slow, and I don't even know if we'll fit through that gap.
We're having to like defend our flimsy chimney from the overgrown trees as well.
It's really bad here.
We've had to put roofs inside because we really need to concentrate on
This.
whatever this is.
Okay, one side, the other side. Oh my god, we're at the end nearly. That white house.
We've just got to get to it.
That white house is the end.
We really are just limping across the finish line at this point.
GG is hardly even moving with the rev. We know there's stuff around there, but we're hoping to get to the end before having to pull over in like this stuff.
Yeah.
We're so close.
Don't worry though. You'll see why we've done all this. When we get to the end and you see what's there, you'll understand why we've done it.
I'm so excited to see what's at the end. It's got to be worth it. I can see the end. Come on, Gigi. No overheating as of yet.
Well, no lights, but then again, we don't know if the lights work, so. We're almost at the finish. We can see it, we can almost touch it. It's starting to rain, but we're nearly there.
It's so exciting. I can already tell it's worth it. Are you ready for us to show you why we've done this, why it's all worth it?
What could possibly be at the end of the Slough Arm? Ready? Absolutely nothing.
There's nothing here.
There's not even a pub or anything. It's
Just
fence.
this fence, some houses, more fence.
We did it then.
There is a cat though. It's just, this is the views.
No shade to the area though, like it's been a perfectly pleasant cruise through down here. It's just a shame that there's literally no reward for getting our whole house all the way down here.
There's not even a sign to like take a picture of. Wow. We did it. We've definitely got stuff stuck that Wes hasn't got any steering to be able to wind at the end. And I'm off the boat to get a clip, so we'll see what happens. Make sure you take the centre line with you. I don't know what. Hello, hey guys. Oh, he's pushing it by hand. Do not let go. I'm not getting in this water to retrieve the boat if you let go. This is making me so nervous that he's not going to be able to get back on.
Nothing like wind in your boat to make you feel better.
Oh, there is a water point. Do you want to try and fill up?
I don't know.
We're making the most of being all the way over here. There is a water point. It's not the most conveniently placed one, but we've got to wait for bears anyway, and that will make us feel like it was worth it. To push the bow over. Everything's got to be done with ropes because we can't use the propeller.
Am I coming?
Yeah, you still coming. Right. Best throw of your life, Wes.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Just aim for here.
1, 2, 3.
That's
You can
okay,
get
I can get that.
You can get that.
Nice! So now Wes is going to try and get off the stern while it's still over there, and we're just going to go diagonally across this bit. Got it. Okay. Just don't let it go in the water. Ready? We are filling up. The main reason we've done it as well is because we've completely run out of water after being in that spot for 2 weeks. Right, just gonna not let it go in. Make sure it's got a good seal because I'm gonna be pulling it. Nice!
Oh, bears are coming. They've made it. They go so slowly as well. Their boat's deeper drafted in the water than us, so I think they've really been scooping up a lot of stuff.
They've had to stop about 3 times.
Yeah, they come. About to do their wind. Looks like they must have cleared their prop quite recently because they've still got a decent amount of propulsion. Let's see what goodies we've got.
Oh, 1 goodie. It's really raining now.
There's something on there that does not want to come off.
Oh really?
Ugh. Just grabbing fistfuls of weed.
These gloves are a lifesaver.
Yeah. If you live on a narrowboat and you haven't got these gloves, I don't know how you get by.
We'll link ours down below. It's pouring it down. Woo!
That's a big old bit, isn't it?
Wow. Now we've seen the wonderful sights of the Slough Arm Basin. It's time to do it all over again, and we're the second boat this time, so I've got a feeling we might have to pull over a couple of times.
Squeeze back through the trees.
The water is so much more like agitated with all the litter when you're the second boat, so that's why I think bears had more of an issue. And on top of that, because we've both gone this way, all the litter has come to the surface, so we're noticing it a lot more.
We're just drifting along. Bears are also stuck, and we're stuck. Whew. That's a big one. It's a lovely Saturday activity. It's only a few days ago that you were relaxing in a spa, Amy.
Can't get the bag off. We might need to cut it.
Get a bit more weed off. This bag. Oh my god. How much weed?
Oh, nice. Nice.
That's some of it, isn't it?
It's never ending.
That is insane. Got a bag though.
Oh, is that the bag?
There's a bag in there.
Nice.
Oh, look at that room.
Just put it there. Yeah, but not the last bit. Yeah, there's nothing else.
Keep going, but immediately we've picked up another bag, I think. Over.
Let's keep going then.
How great are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? Are we even moving?
Not even moving. At a 1. So much.
Oh
You clear
god.
the weed hatch, but you're still in it. So as soon as you take going again, that's it.
The way back is so much worse because we've already churned it all up.
Yeah.
The fact that it's all over and there's hardly any revs on. Usually it's like one streamline.
This is pretty horrible. The way there, not great, but it was okay. The way back is a nightmare. And literally instantly, it's back to where it was.
The tiller feels so stiff. Like I'm doing this and it's not affecting the steering at all.
We are just crawling. Slowly we're going. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Come on, Gigi, we're so close.
This is horrible.
This is miserable.
Would you say this is the worst stretch we've ever done?
In terms of condition, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's a shame.
The rest of it is definitely worthwhile, but unless you really are a completionist, there's not really any point in going to the end unless you want a miserable time. Just wind between bridge 9 and 10 and go back. It's bridge 10, which means we're almost at the winding hole, which means we're almost out of the really horrible, terrible bit.
I'm so excited.
We are crawling across the finish line. Nearly there.
I blame Michael and Joe for making that map that makes us want to colour things in all the time.
Yeah, that's true actually.
It's their fault.
Yeah. We'll send them an invoice for the prop damage.
Anything?
Bags and weed.
Oh, that's... come on.
Yeah. This is... this is not a great day.
We're so close that I can see Bridge 9, where it all gets better.
It is so painful just crawling this slowly. You have to be patient because if you put more revs on, you just tangle more stuff up.
That is definitely a trick. Just go, keep one consistent speed that's like just above tick over. Any faster you're pulling too much up, any slower you're not going to move. And keep doing the reverse and then thrust forward. Any other tips?
Don't be ill.
Yeah.
That's not helped.
Maybe just don't do it. The rudder is so stuck with weed, I can just let go and it stays still. Usually it swings. Wow. It's quite good actually.
That might have been a new addition since we went that way.
If you close your eyes, Wes, it feels like we're on the Llangollen in summertime. Everything's fine. But we're not. We're on the Slough Arm going 1 mile an hour with weed and litter stuck behind our propellers. In the rain.
This is the winding hole.
Oh.
It should be better again. Oh, that is a slog.
That is a real slog.
That is not a fun.
The last quarter takes probably more time than the first 3 quarters by far.
Yeah, agreed. Here it is. The winding hole.
We made it through the worst bit. Now just speed through to the end and then we can celebrate. Oh.
It's raining again. This is it.
Go so much quicker now.
Goodbye, end of the Slough Arm. Never again.
Moored boats, which means there's not that long to go. Wes is not doing great.
I'm running on fumes. I'm arguably more knackered than Gigi is.
You know the rain's bad when Rufus voluntarily goes inside.
He's just standing there staring at us as if to say like, can you make the weather better? This is rubbish.
He won't even come outside, that's when you know. Pulled over at this boatyard which has got a chandlery, got a new chimney, but we'll show you that in another episode. But Wes has been in the weed hatch. Look at that. That is a hefty pile. We've just got one lock to do and then we can moor up and get cosy.
It's quite funny though because we're now heading back to the start of Slough Arm, which means in about an hour's time we'll basically be where we set off this morning.
6 hours ago.
Oh, what a long day. I'm actually quite glad to see that weed again.
We thought that was going to be the worst of it.
That stuff's visible, it moves out of the way, Jared. Not long to go now on the Slough Arm.
First thing we've eaten today, a cheese sandwich.
We're near the motorbike though, which means we're nearly there.
Woo! Number 1! Why are we in the weed hatch on the nice bit? Huh?
Are you stuck?
Oh no, we're alright.
That's a coal bag. It was just a coal bag. The Slough Arm does not want us to leave. See the end of the Slough Arm. And it was at bridge number 1 where the coal bag tried to stop us.
One last time in the weed hatch, the Slough Arm was clinging on. Here we go. Back onto the main line.
We did it. We completed the Slough Arm in only 7 hours.
There's the spot we left from this morning. 7 hours ago. So we've made 0 progress. No, we've completed an entire navigation, which is exciting. Oh, I'm so glad we did it. I just really want to pull back over and moor there for another 2 weeks, but we can't. We must move on. Bye, Slough Arm.
You will not be missed.
Everyone looks so cosy in their boats.
I'm not cosy, Amy.
Oh, I'm not cosy. The facilities are just above this lock, so we've just got to go through the lock, do the facilities, and then we're going to moor up the first spot we see.
Which will hopefully be very, very soon.
Yes.
Elson and water here. There we go, that's the haul from today's expedition. There we go, disposing of 50% of the Slough Arm. Nice. If it was just weed, you could probably chuck it in the bushes and it would biodegrade, but there's so much plastic and stuff all tangled up in it that we can't really. Right, facility's pretty much done. It's now almost night time.
We're gonna budge up a tiny bit though because I think there's some spots free.
So visitor moorings are just here. Yeah, that should be enough space for two.
And they're 14 days as well, so we can chill again.
It's concrete, does that mean there's rings?
Yeah, there's rings.
I have to say, so far the GU is living up to the hype. It's been excellent.
There's only one way to end a day like this.
We've definitely earned it.
Chips!
Just what the doctor ordered.
Thank you so much for watching this episode.
If you enjoyed this sort of chaos and cruising narrowboat content, hit subscribe because there's plenty more where that came from.
And we hope we haven't put you off the Slough Arm too much if you're thinking about it. Thank you so much to the Patreons and we'll see you next time. Special thanks to Alan, Belle and Glenn for the super thanks.
And Mandy and Neil and Jackie and Morris for the chips.